Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome to this week's video. The topic this week is all things resistance bands. If you guys watched my introduction video, the full 26 minutes or however long it was, I wanted to start sharing what I use in my personal garage gym and what I like having just in general to bring to other people's houses to train or at a park or anything like that. So this week I'm focusing on Superbands, and when I say Superbands, it means it's just a resistance band that is a full circle. First tip as far as quality is going to be sticking to trusted brands. Really look and see where they're coming from, just as far as not wasting your time having to reorder them every other week if they snap. But when they're usually kind of the more higher up brands, then they'll last you typically a little bit longer, depending on if you use them appropriately. Got started using them was either in the warm-up doing some mobility drills, or in my lifts doing a lot of banded exercises like banded deadlift, banded bench, and banded squats. A lot of speed training is used for it, a lot of post-activation potentiation, stretching, mobility, lifting, movement, starting speed, acceleration, crossover, all the things. There's a pretty specific color scale where you can order bands from, and that determines the thickness of it. Some brands kind of do their own thing, so just pay attention to the actual pound rating before you buy. So here are the 4 different colors that I have. There's definitely a lot more sizes in between, but for me, these are the sizes or thicknesses that I think are most appropriate for what I want to use them for. So I'm gonna start with the yellow band, and I believe this is 1/2 inch thick, and this one, these are all from Rep Fitness. This one's rated to 5 to 15 pounds.
So what I really like about the yellow resistance bands is I can use them for just a tiny amount of resistance to my shoulder exercises, not only the small stabilizer muscles, but as well as my rotator cuff. They also make really good bands for mobility exercises, even just straight arm overhead lifts with that slight amount of resistance.
So then moving on to the next one is going to be the red bands, and these ones are rated from 5 to 35 pounds.
So I really like using the red band for all accessories, especially targeting postural shoulder muscles. So we've got our face pulls, our band pull aparts, vertical rows, and horizontal pulls. These are also great for traveling.
So then moving to the green band, and I would say out of all of them, this might be one of the most universal bands, and this one's rated from 40 to 110 pounds. I love this band for stretching and mobility exercises.
So what I really like about green resistance bands is that they provide enough resistance so that you can get a good stretch to the hamstrings as well as calves. If you anchor them to a high point, you can use them for shoulder stretches or pec stretches, lat stretches. They're also really great for mobility drills as far as mobilizing the ankle. If you anchor it at a low point, you can also use them for activating muscles like adductors, which is sometimes a hard one to do, and hips, really good for hips. I use this majority of the time with hip mobility drills. You can also use them for superset exercises. So if you wanted to use some good mornings like pictured here, as well as really teaching beginners how to do some certain exercises. So for example, this is a single leg RDL. Using the resistance band from the shoulders to the feet really emphasizes keeping the band tight and legs straight.
The green band is acceleration drills or just movement drills in general. So partner resisted exercises where the band goes around the waist and the partner is holding at the other side. So this last band, this big orange one, is going to be rated 70 to 175 pounds. They're really great for some pretty intense mobility drills. A lot of weightlifters who actually use this for hanging upside down, getting their hips opened up before they do their lifting routines. So this one's definitely on the extreme side of use, and this is not something that I use that frequently, but it's just something good to have just in case, or when I do progress to getting more equipment, be used as a strap for stretching, so if I've only got 2 of all the other ones, then I can use this one in a pinch. So this was my brief description of the Superbands that I have inside of my collection of fitness equipment. So hit like if you guys enjoyed this brief description of Superbands, and I'll see you on the next one.